Oh, happy hump day, and welcome to the delicious Rhinestone Rebellion against fucking drab living. Do you like that? That is the star of my Substack, and I just fucking love those words. And let me tell you, this is our chant. What do we want? Magic. When do we want it? Now. But how do I create it? Well, let's start in our own home because we can't control the world out there now, can we? Because it's a shitty mess out there. But guess what's not? My living room looks gorgeous. I sit in there. I drink my glass of white wine, my Chablis, my unoaked Chardonnay. What's the other cunty? I feel like Chablis and Sancerre. Those are the cuntiest whites ever. And I love them. If I was real white trash and I had another daughter, I would name her Sancerre because that is just so cunty. I love it. All right, let's get into it. Hello, world. Come inside the Dear Juju podcast. One of the moms here that we've kind of gotten close with is moving back to Saudi Arabia. So another mom planned a mommy's night out, right? MNO, mom's night out. We went karaokeing. Okay, this is so not my thing. And you think, oh, Juju, you're a showgirl. I'm like, yeah, I am in a very comedy, funny way, but like singing, I don't sing. Like I couldn't carry a tune if it was in a bucket with a lid on it. Like it's just not what I do. I know I'm not good at it, so I don't really enjoy things that I'm not good at and particularly don't like. So all the moms were singing and really trying and busting a move, and it was cracking me up. And they're picking pop songs, right? Whitney Houston, they had some good Aretha Franklin's, they had some rock of like English. And what am I picking? They're like, Jude, you got to pick one. So I'm like, all right, do they have Dog Pound, gin and juice? Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice, lay back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind, right? Like that was me at the karaoke. So while they're all like, and there's only 4 of us in this little room. It was very awkward, but I just started drinking and going, just, having a good time because who gives a shit? But yeah, anytime they picked one, that's what I would pick, Tupac, Snoop. I was like, do they have a Tribe Called Quest? No. The fuck kind of karaoke place is this? They were singing Miley Cyrus and really fun things. And I was like, listen, you gonna have to give me a rap. Is Shaka Khan on there? What do we got? SOS? Like none of my jams were on there. None of them. There was Snoop Dogg Gin and Juice. So thank God I got down with Dog Pound. Okay. And I did have a poppy moment. I did have Chapel Roan because that's also easy. HOTTOGO. Like I need something that I can't sing with, but it was just, and to be honest, it's just like, could you imagine if I was like, hey, one of our friends is leaving. Let's go take a dance class. And I like busted a move. It's just like, hey, we get it. You got the chops. This is your thing. Now we all look a little bit foolish. So they were like, you can't do karaoke from sitting down. I was like, fucking watch me. Watch me. Thank God they had a thirsty button. I kept pumping it. And I was like, a double gin and tonic. Thank you. Double, please. I had 4 doubles, killing the game. By the end, I was having a great time. And one of the moms there who I really love and have a lot in common with, they call it AOAC in recovery, Adults of Alcoholic Children. Okay, I call it a DOL, Daughters of Losers. She had an alcoholic father. I had an alcoholic father. And her and I have so many similarities. She, though, is English and so dry, and her humor is so good and so on point. She's also really loud, really fun, really witty. I really, really like her. I was like, yeah, my dad was an alcoholic. She was like, me too. And I was like, yeah, I come from a family of white trash karaoke. She's like, me too. We have so many similarities. I wonder if you put daughters of alcoholic men, in particular, dads, and put them all in the room. Like, should we start something? Should we start a tribe? It would probably be all of us. There would be less women in the non-alcoholic father group. But I feel like we're just like bad-ass women because it's like, well, couldn't get our love from there. Daddy didn't hug us, kiss us goodnight, so we fucking developed a rockin' sense of humor. And maybe a perfectionism that holds us down. You know, turn your trauma into true gold. And I would just love to see what badass daughters of alcoholic fathers got going on. You know, I just think it's so interesting. Okay, now moving on. Did you know that digital cameras are back? I'm sure you knew this after like how Kanye and Kim brought it back, and then all these other people, basically everyone's doing digital cameras. Can I tell you? Digital cameras got me in the most trouble. I have such a juicy story. Listen up, pour yourself a glass. Here we go. Candyman by Christina Aguilera. Yeah, I don't know if you're watching this on YouTube, but if you are, create a new tab and type in Candyman, Christina Aguilera. We call her Christina Agabubu. I was one of her backup dancers. I was so excited to be in her music video. She's friends of a friend's. All her dancers were my best friends. So I was in a music video. It was going to be a big one. It was totally up my alley, like old Hollywood style. And I was so fucking excited. Of course, I took all the pictures in the world and we all got together in a group shot. And when we got together in a group shot, I handed my digital camera to one of the PAs. They took pictures. Everyone else was taking pictures with their digital camera. No one at any point say, don't post this, okay? So I go home that night. I get home at 3 o'clock in the morning. Candyman, Candyman. Just jazzed, fucking adrenaline through the roof. And I logged on to MySpace. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to post the group shot. I'm going to make it my main photo because I'm just so excited. I did. I posted it. Went to sleep. And I don't know if you guys remember Perez Hilton. Back in the day, he was a little cunty TMZ running his shit out of like his West Hollywood apartment. And he had all the girls on lock. And if it was on Perez Hilton, it was the spot. It was the first TMZ, really. And somehow I have, hand to heart on my children's lives, no fucking idea how Perez Hilton got that picture. And in the morning, I woke up to an obscene amount of missed calls from the choreographer, and the choreographer being like, her lawyers want to speak to you. So I guess Entertainment Tonight had exclusive rights to the first viewing of the music video. And they thought that I had sold that photo to Perez Hilton for thousands of dollars. I fucking wish. I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. Like, that's so outside the way that I work. But yeah, it got me in a lot of trouble. And then Christina and I were on the fritz ever since that. And anytime I would kind of come around with the girls, because her dancers were my best friends, she would be like, hey, girl, I don't trust you. And I'd be like, hey, girl, wasn't fucking me. But whatever. I have no idea still to this day how he got this picture, but it was on Perez Hilton before it was on Entertainment Tonight. Her lawyer spoke to me. I had to give a statement, like all of the shit. It was hot mess, dirty doo-doo of celebrities. And since then, I'm like, listen, I don't fuck with that. It really scarred me because I was like, I don't take pictures anymore. I don't post anymore. I don't fuck with that. What year did Candyman come out? That's a good question. So I think this was 2007, like even before the 2008 big recession. It was wild times. So I don't fuck with digital cameras at all. I don't know where mine are. There's probably some SD cards. Hopefully they're thrown away with incriminating shit on them. Thank God I'm a hot mess and I fucking lost almost every camera that I had because I wouldn't want to have those photos now. Isn't that a wild story of back in the day? Oh my God. Anyways, go see that music video. I only had a few 8 counts in there, honey, but those few 8 counts, I fucking killed it. All right, now let's move on to some domestic goddess cooking. You guys, it is picnic season, it is barbecue season, and I made a pasta salad that will blow your frickin' mind. Don't forget about a pasta salad. Let's start with the pasta. You got to use fusilli. Okay, fusilli, it's a silly pasta. She's so silly. She's very silly. And it's just what pasta salad is made with. Don't veer from the fucking fusilli. This is called my everything but the kitchen sink Italian pasta salad. 3 kinds of cheese: feta, little mozzarella balls, and ricotta. But in a blender, my base with the hot pasta is ricotta, olive oil, salt and pepper, of course, and lots of basil, garlic, and like a vinaigrette, a red wine vinaigrette already in the bottle. Like, don't waste your time. This makes kind of the sauce, and it gets it all wet and really locks the flavors into those pastas. Next, what you're going to do is 2 types of tomatoes: vine ripened, sun-dried tomato. 3 types of cheese. You got the ricotta in the sauce, and then you're going to do a feta and a small little petite mozzarella ball. You're going to do olives. Anyone that's in the brine without the pit, just pick that up and chop those mofos and throw it in. Now, I made this vegetarian, but you could also chop like a thick salami and put little salami chunks in there too. It's gorgeous. Then add some dried oregano, fresh basil, and arugula. You guys, you toss it all together, bring it to room temperature. Everyone was loving it. It's classic. It fills your guests. It's delicious. Picnic season. Don't forget about the pasta salad. Cocktails, Boulevardier. Have you heard of this? It's like Negroni's cooler cousin that wears leather, is how I like to describe it. So it's equal parts, which I really love. Vermouth, Campari, but you switch the gin for whiskey. The Boulevardier is something that will take your fall by storm. Definitely serve it with an orange rind. We're deep into summer right now, but I just had this because I didn't know what it was, and I tried it, and it was amazing. And they're strong AF. And sometimes when you just need that like punch to the face, the Boulevardier is a great one to give you that. Decor, to paint your molding or not to paint your molding. Where do you stand on this? The trend is so thick to paint the molding. Don't have a contrast of white. And I love a contrast. It kind of adds to a maximalism vibe of seeing a color and then seeing white. But then I also love it all maximalism and all one fucking color. But you got to paint all the molding. Like if you're going to paint it, you are going to saturate paint it. The crown molding, the baseboards, all the accoutrements, paint it all. And there's something that is really fucking elegant about that. It's such a like in style and in vogue right now. What do you think about painting the moldings? To paint or not to paint? All right, now with all that, let's get into some Q&A with some tea. Dear Juju, there are some days where I just don't feel it. Oh my God, me too. Like today actually is one of them. What is your personal ritual for snapping out of a beige mood and into your fabulous self? Now, first of all, I don't believe that you should snap out of it. We're women, we have hormones, we go up and we go down, and trying to fight it can actually make it worse. Like if there's some days like today for me, you're flat, just be flat. Be like, this is me and I'm flat and I'm still fucking fabulous, right? Just sometimes lean into it more so than fighting it. But if you want or need to fight it, this is how you're going to snap out of it. Go for a nap, get into a bath, or get off. That's how you snap out of it. Or go to the gym, right? You kind of physically have to go into a different state, and napping, baths, sex, gym kind of do that for me. It's okay some days not to be like at a 10, and that's fine. It's an ebb and flow of life. I feel like sometimes we put too much fucking pressure on ourselves to always be, on point and perfect. Dear Juju, I love a good romantic novel, something that has to do with scandal, heartache, and love and glamour. I have a really random question for you, taken from my book. If your home had a signature scent, what would it be, and what scandal would it cover up? Wow, That was an interesting question. Okay, well, first let's go with nonfiction. My house does have a signature scent, is the spice of Oriental lilies. It smells fresh, it smells floral, and it smells a little bit spicy, Oriental lilies. They do have a spicy scent. Let's ask ChatGPT. Yeah, it says the smell of fresh lilies is opulent, heady, floral with a touch of drama. Okay? Like, okay. And these lilies be opening up like spread eagle, just how I like. Now it says stargazer lilies, which is close to Oriental lilies, are bolder, more perfumed with a sweet, almost citrusy top note and a muskier base. That's it. That's what my home smells like. Fresh lilies for sure. Then it says, so yes, while not spicy like cinnamon or cumin, there is definitely subtle spice like sharpness in some varieties. I agree. Now into the fiction. What scandal would it be covering up? Well, if I wasn't married or in a fictional world, it would be my handyman. It would be that I'm just like a damsel in distress mother, and there's this handyman that comes over and hangs my curtains and hangs my pictures and helps me with everything because I'm just such a damsel in distress. But he smells like wood and metal from his arm hair because he just works so much. And one day while, I'm washing the dishes, he just comes up behind me and just plows me. That was a fun one. Very interesting. Not one like I've ever had before. Dear Juju, what is your golden rule for being the hostess with the mostest everyone remembers in a good way? Are you ready? Listen up. Come close. Come close. The number one rule is be cool. Okay? Somebody asked, can I invite my friend? Yeah. More the merrier. Oh, I accidentally tracked mud. Oh, don't worry about it. My maid will come. Hey, I forgot to bring anything. Who cares? Get yourself a drink. Number one rule, be cool. How do you become cool is by prepping like a motherfucker before. You're prepped, you're dressed, you're ready. The stage is set. Then there's nothing to do but sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. But what you definitely do have to have is an energy of like relaxed, of cool, welcome to my home, let's have a party, let's have a laugh, let's have a giggle. The number one rule, be cool. Someone spills something? Oh, don't worry about it. I didn't fucking like that rug anyways. Like act like you just smoked all the joints. No one likes an uptight wine cork up their ass hostess. Oh, that's afraid to like put a ring around something. And if your house is that valuable that it can't be replaced, don't fucking invite people over. The number one rule, be cool. All right, that's it. That's the podcast. Don't forget to just act like the star that you are. And sometimes that star needs a fucking nap. So if you need a nap or if you need to get off, or if you need to go to a bath, then do that. Now, I know this is supposed to be in the front part, but I do have to say I've been working so hard behind the scenes on my Substack, figuring out my content, what's it going to be, where's it going to go, and I can't wait to bring that to you. So stay tuned for the Dear Juju Supper Soiree, which is basically like a supper club online, virtually, where we can party, where we can hang out, where we can get this community together. Okay, I'll see you next week. I love you and I'm out. Mwah.